Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and we are having Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons this evening. I just realized I forgot to have somebody do the recap, so somebody recap.
We amputated Tato's leg.
Don't forget our fun fishing adventure.
Oh yeah, we did do that. I now know how to fish thanks to Rum, who I almost just called Zale now. And we also found a deck of playing cards that apparently gives us lucky stats.
I wasn't there for any of that.
They actually
Oh,
give
so,
you.
What?
They actually
They
give you a
gives-
guaranteed crit.
So, give it to Tato, and then he'll never need to use it.
We received 8. They were disseminated amongst the party.
Did somebody stick one in my bag while I was away?
Yes, your bestest friend forever put one in your bag,
Aww, yay.
despite Elysian's attempts to steal it.
But
Yeah.
Elysian, I thought we were friends too.
We are friends. I have more than one friend.
No, you
But
can't.
friends don't steal from friends.
Yeah, they don't.
Well, I got some cards that literally my roommate just brought to me, so I'm opening them real quick. They're both from the same people.
Zell, you're not ready to come in yet. Go away. There we go.
He should be, though.
Hmm?
Actually, we can't bring Zell back right now. Despite a very pointed reminder, no one remembered to bring Jester along on this trip.
I thought he did come along.
I thought he did.
Nobody dared take him out of his stall.
Don't look at me. I don't like him.
I thought he was with the. I thought he was with the cart this whole time.
As far as I'm aware, and I'm the dungeon master, he's basically been following the group along the entire time. Nobody
Actually, he's been
necessarily.
stabled back at the inn this entire time.
No, he was
I
not
can find
stabled.
himself
He
away.
kept wandering around the entire city.
Yes, and then he performed a lovely service, drawing a beautiful carriage for the Squire Tato and Lady Proudhoof, and calmly went back to his stall where they keep the food. Also, a couple of the mayors in there were sweet on him, and he's kind of lording it out.
Ah.
Actually, let me give you a check for that.
Of course, the friend sends me a birthday card that is, all puns.
Yes.
Is it the Pun Pups card?
No, from another
Aw.
local friend.
I think we have a mini Jester rolling around by now.
Oh no.
I love this horse.
People are recognizing Blue Dude, even though he's late. Tato, you forgot to change your icon. Tato, are you even there?
He's playing Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Ooh, woo watch?
Overwatch.
Note
I
to
think I'm
self,
done here.
take Tato off his pain medications.
Close the
think he's
game
on
and come
vacation.
play with us.
Yeah. I'm kidding. Yes, of course.
Well, the map has been loaded up for the horse. Also, Tato, you're not even in Fantasy Grounds. Come on, man.
I am a massive butt.
So, we left you off. Tato's leg has been amputated.
Tato's still passed out.
Tato is still unconscious. Most
Am
of
I
the
having any
party...
dream? Oh, wait, I asked that.
Most of the party has had severe food poisoning or some form of that because they ate leeches that had feasted off of Tato's rotting leg.
Exceptions being Brum, Ignacio, and I believe Tato himself, who resisted the venom having already been exposed to it.
Nim also resisted.
Oh, and Nim, but he was too busy doing Nim things.
And Shenzi wasn't there, so.
Yeah.
So is Shenzi back with the group now? Are we good? Did I just like see the therapist in the giant castle that we have inside our little?
It's a mansion, actually, but yes, you are
mansion.
inside the mansion. We'll
Okay.
say you were studying your spells the entire trip
Okay,
and probably
So-
talking with your best friend.
my super duper bestest friend, and writing letters to the creepy other friend back home. So I don't know. I don't know that Tato lost his leg, right?
Correct.
If you haven't come out of your room, then he would not know.
Okay, well then when I come out after the initial shock, I have a few questions.
Well, first off, we now have an infirmary. That should be a question.
That is not a question. My first question is, did you say? Do you still have the leg?
No, actually, we gave it a proper seafarer's burial and tossed it over this boat.
Why
We
would
really
you
do
use
that?
the leg?
It was rotting.
Exactly. Which
So's
means
your
it's dead,
brain.
Which means
We have a
it's dead.
necromancer.
Do you know how much fun I would have trying to reanimate Tato's leg?
We could just have an extra ass kicker.
I will simply state that was one of the concerns that led Brum to throw it over the side.
I like this guy less and less. Bring back Zale. I want Zale. He would let me do it just to see what happens.
Well, mine, it's no skin off my back, so whatever you want to do, love.
It's that whole chaotic neutral thing.
I've got to say that if you're going to make it dance, I've got this fellow I know what owns a pub. I think he'd give us at least 10 gold an evening if you need to have it dance in his hall.
Whoa.
I think
Yes!
it's up to Tato.
Fantasy ground
Yeah.
going nuts on.
Tato, it sounds like you've got a pressure washer in your background.
What? There is literally no sound. Like,
There's a loud buzzing. Oh, wait, maybe it's Brum's side. Oh, somebody's got a lot of air stuff going.
It sounds like Tato to me.
I was going to say, it's coming through on my end, so I doubt it's me.
There's a
how about
loud...
now?
There's still that buzz and stuff for some reason. Did you check
Well,
the...
that's everybody-
How about
Tato?
now?
No, it's definitely Tato.
Yeah, it's definitely Tato.
Now?
It's still in your background. Or your internet, one of the two.
Still?
It's either the pressure washer or the buzzing?
Could be interference if you have a hard line going to your mic.
Yeah, it sounds like either your mic isn't plugged in all the way, or you got some other form of interference.
You have a ball of plasma directly adjacent to it, which is causing noise over the line.
Okay, how about now?
That worked.
A bit better, yeah. So anyways, the leg was thrown overboard.
I'm gonna fix it.
Regrettably,
I hate
there
all of
was
you.
entirely
I
too
hate all
large a
of you.
concern over the spread of disease, and we allowed such, rotting flesh to remain in the vicinity of healthy living subjects.
But that's what she works with best.
Whatever you
The
do, don't ever
necromancers
let
might
this
have
guy
certain
into my room.
immunities, however, it would be most ingracious of us to spread such danger to the seafarers who are, after all, transporting us all this long way. Although I'm not actually certain any of them have been to the sea. It is an inner sea, sort of. It's the moon sea. I'll have to consult my geographical.
I'm gonna slap the
Treaties.
shit out of this squirrel.
So, when you come down, Ninja, to paint you a picture, again, a new room has entered the mansion. It is an infirmary, which we have not needed thus far. The only people who are cognizant and moving about are Brum, Ignacio the Incubus, and Nim.
We have an incubus.
Yes,
We've
his
had
name is
one.
Ignacio.
He
He gives great oil massages.
Oh yes.
He dwells in the spa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's your friend in the spa. He's outside the spa right now.
He's
It has
everybody's friend in the spa.
it has been established that he is not actually part of the mansion. You don't know where he came from. He just kind of showed up when you got the mansion.
How about now?
Actually, it's worse again.
Yeah. We'll just have to deal with it, Tato.
I don't want you to have to deal with it now.
Still worse.
Maybe restart your computer. Pull any wireless devices away from your microphone cable and stuff.
I don't have wireless devices.
I would include like a phone and tablet and stuff.
I don't have those.
Oh. Well, still, go restart your computer, see if it fixes itself. Unplug and replug in the microphone and stuff. Anyways, yeah, we've got the incubus. Nobody knows where he came from. He just kind of
He is
showed
a
up.
most wonderful conversationalist, however, knowledgeable on a number of subjects that even I would not expect.
I like the incubus. If only I wasn't confined to this damn infirmary.
Do I have room for the encyclopedia?
The incubus, Ignacio, has been keeping Tato unconscious since they removed the leg until he can get to proper medical attention.
Facilities. I believe you meant to say facilities. Is that the best of medical care that we can provide, given practically no equipment to speak of?
No, I meant what I said.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
How about now?
it's about the same.
Is it my jeans?
It sounds just like you're speaking into a microphone that is not fully plugged in. It's got that buzzing, like, you know, if you plug when you first go to plug an electric guitar into an amp, it's that kind of buzzing. And that's from, you know, it's not plugged in all the way. Do you have a USB or... Seriously?
Come on, with a roll like that.
How about now?
Now you're really quiet, but I don't hear the buzzing.
Alright. How about
Like-
now?
Too quiet for me to hear you.
Oh my god, can we just deal with the buzzing? It's not that bad.
I said we just deal with it, but he doesn't...
I don't want to annoy the viewers with buzzing.
Well, speak louder, and I think that'll be fine.
Turn me up.
We haven't turned you down. It appears to be a local adjustment.
There, I turned you up all the way.
Okay, how about now?
Turning you up all the way is the same. Still the buzzing. I think the best solution here would be you talking loudly. Sorry, all of the viewers. We're... Tato was late to
Technical
get in here.
difficulties. Technical difficulties. We'll be back. Then we just need cut to.
Actually,
I don't
we're
know, Jim.
not going anywhere, so we can't be back. Tato might be back. We'll see.
Did you completely restart your computer, Tato?
Yeah.
And you unplugged and replugged in your microphone?
Yeah.
Do you have multiple microphones set up?
No.
I have no idea what else to suggest. The only thing it might have just failed.
Oh well, let's continue.
Yes, let's. So anyways, the ship is making... it'll arrive in Helgabal in a couple of hours. Is there anything in particular you guys are doing?
Still in a coma.
Still in the infirmary, sick.
Oh, you guys have recovered.
Oh, okay.
Food poisoning doesn't usually last more than about 48 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you guys recovered about the previous day.
I'm contemplating Brum's demise.
Tato's just kind of laying in bed with a defeated look on his face.
Tato's unconscious.
Brum's reading to Tato whenever he's off duty singing to the sailors.
It was decided that you would be purposely kept unconscious until you get to proper medical attention.
Facilities.
Doesn't matter the facility, it matters attention. I mean, technically the mansion could work very well as a medical facility.
No, certainly, but you'll note the infirmary didn't grow until after we needed to cut the leg off.
No, it was during the whole leg thing.
Regardless. 2 hours to arrival.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Tato is back. And gone.
Yeah, they didn't
And,
wait to cut off his tail until for medical attention. They just were like, or not tail, leg.
Well, it was unbalancing him with only one leg and the tail. It was just, it was all cut the excess fat off.
This sword just crashed on me twice.
We noticed.
Still buzz?
Yeah, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not as
bearable.
bad. Just speak louder.
Okay.
Perfect.
I mean, that really is perfect.
If you've had any nightmares during your coma, it's because you asked to have the Books of Loath read to you.
Yeah, but remember he said that he was going to talk about killing Wolf, so it would be like a good treat.
I'm sorry, you're hearing intimate details about the spider goddess. Nightmares are given.
Intimate details.
I'm not joking about that term, by the way. There are, shall we say, rather vulgar rituals in Loth's inner circles.
Well, 8 legs, so...
No, more consulting with demons and how do you think driders are made?
He's kind of a demon slayer. He's a monster slayer. He's supposed to be fighting demons. This will be a good dream.
Until the demons eat you. Chewing you from the toes up to the hip. One leg at a time. Regardless. Coming into port.
Finally, land.
The city of Helgabal. It is a massive, sprawling city spread out at the crossing of 3 rivers, as well as 2 major roads. It is the last stop for most merchants heading to the northern area. Helgabal controls most of the trade through the land of Damara. The kingdom, rather. It used to be the capital. This stuff is being explained to you by First Mate, can't remember his name.
Sharknado.
Yeah, Sharknado. Yeah. It used to be the capital. We can see your text.
Don't interrupt yourself, Tito.
Okay. It used to be the capital until the one of the kings decided to move it to Bloodstone Village off to the west. Otherwise, yeah, that's the city of Helgabal. It has a very thriving trade industry. There are quite a few riverboats, barges and such docked throughout the city. It does take another hour once you arrive before you are granted clearance to dock. At which point, well, the sailors set to removing the cart and mansion from the dock. Or from the boat. What will you be doing in the city?
I don't know what's in the city to do.
We do have an injured companion. Could use some immediate medical attention.
Yeah, we need to take care of Tato.
Alright. That is very much first then.
There's also...
I took the liberty of asking First Mate Sharknado about potential suppliers of high-quality peg legs.
So you're assuming that he knows about peg legs because he's a sailor.
It is a common affliction of his profession. I would assume that he's heard some tales about the bobtail.
He cannot direct you in any particular place.
Oh, no, sorry. I meant less about a specific location. The style's currently in fashion.
Waiting at the dock for you, by the way, is Jester. With a much smaller version next to him. Still on rather shaky legs. Don't know how he got here. He seems to just get around as he pleases, but he is waiting on the docks.
Animal look at all familiar to many of you. I swear I've seen it somewhere before.
Elysian did a double take and is just staring at Jester. We left him back. What?
More importantly,
You know what? Enough strange events
how
have
is
happened to us.
that
I'm not going to
baby?
question it anymore.
But how is he feeding that baby? It's obvious. Look, it's shaking. It's a baby. How is he feeding it?
That is actually a very good question.
Oh, I mean, the mayor just gave birth not that long ago. He didn't bring her out.
Perhaps we should care for the young colt.
I guess so.
Wait, who had birth?
Tato, I did not hear what you just asked.
Who had birth?
Just as a daddy. Demon horse has spawn.
Like a male birth?
No, like he's a daddy, not a mommy and daddy guys.
I just want to know who the mayor is now.
Actually,
Well-
I'll throw an animal or a knowledge nature into that one. See if I can determine what breed he's bred with.
I don't know what breed he was to start with. A horse is a horse to me.
Piebald.
Yeah, I don't even know why it's our business who the mother of this little baby is.
Well, I mean,
I'm
you
just
kind of
curious
brought
what
up the
breed.
whole idea.
I'm just curious as to the breed.
It's a horse.
Yeah, the horse.
It is listed in the bestiary as a horse. That is the breed.
So horse is
There
the
we go.
breed. There's no distinction.
It's a horse.
Fine. We'll say Clydesdale, because that's the only other breed of horse I know of.
How do you
Oh,
get a
those are so
Clydesdale from a
big.
piebald?
No.
That
The baby, the mother was a Clydesdale, so the baby is both.
Aren't
Jester
Clydesdale like...
likes his woman big.
Yeah, I was about to say, aren't Clydesdales like
That's a theme.
huge?
Has anyone noticed that's a theme here? We just
So-
get abnormally.
I would like to point out this makes Jester Jr. a heavy horse.
And like half the size of Jester at birth.
Almost, yes.
Said just a
Now,
smaller
he gets
version.
meat, vegetables.
Given the needs are more immediate, Brum will seek out some formula, basically, to feed the young little creature, if it truly has been taken from its overly sized mother.
Oh no, the mother's back in the stable.
Ah, no issue then.
In the city, that you don't know where they are, but you know. It's just Jester and the baby that are waiting on the dock for you.
I must say, I have, times past, served the Lady Lily in a few other matters, and none of them have ever been quite so strange as this journey. Is it
Then
always
how
like
about
this
we
for
get
you, or
Zale
are you simply experiencing a streak of odd luck now that I'm with you?
Also, the baby
No,
is
it's
a
always
male,
like this.
for the record.
Baby's
The baby is a male.
okay.
It's always like this. This is what you get for that.
So we're gonna get Zale back soon, right? Because this is just too weird for you. But he fits in here.
I mean, you could always check on Zale's status through his eye.
You know I regularly do.
Most of the time it is blank because he's asleep, or a vision into some manner of dream or nightmare that he has. Though
Flashes
you
of
did
past lives, etc.
exactly. Though the other day, actually yesterday, when you looked through the eye, you saw that he was actually looking out of his little case into the garden throne room of the Lady Kep of Lilies.
That is such a relief. I want my friend back.
Kato, you still need to change your icon.
It's... not going to fit.
So anyways, the entire city is decked out for some manner of festival. It appears that the city itself is more festive than normal, more packed. There are people out in the streets dancing, and music is coming from just about every street corner.
Does it look like this has religious or historical connotations?
You can't tell either way.
Well, fine. I'll give you one of each. Haven't been through this particular area before, so I know little of its actual history.
I was never able to figure out how to send private messages in.
Easiest. Oh.
Honestly, probably through where?
Your fantasy grounds.
Honestly,
Right-click on the
probably better
portrait and
just
whisper.
to.
It's like
if you're
I
trying
click
to
on
send it
Shenzi, I
to,
can select whisper and say, "Hey."
if you're trying to send it to me, just do it on Discord, please.
Okay, because it is to you, and I don't see a whisper option, so.
Like /WGM or something. I just prefer it on Discord. Anyways,
Okay.
as far as your role, it seems like it might be somewhat religious, though not for some manner of religion you recognize at all.
This appears to be something with the local faith. It doesn't match the dogmas I have been tutored in. If Crickets were here, he might get a chance for that, given we're near the Monastery of the Yellow Rose. It would have been a good time to come in, Crickets.
I don't know where he is. He's offline.
He said he might be late, so... Or he said he would be late, actually.
Hmm. I'm not sure what to make of it. I guess the best thing is to go up and ask the closest person what the festival is.
Though in his honor.
Monk.
Is there
I need a
anybody close by
monk.
that we can ask?
It's a festival. There's people everywhere.
Elysian would go up to the just any random person. Hey, what's this festival? I'm new to the area.
I'm not sure, but we just feel, I just feel so festive and want to celebrate. I have the feeling about something's birthday for some reason.
Has this festival happened before?
No, it hasn't.
Thank you for your time. Go and enjoy yourself.
They go back to dancing.
There is actually one effect I know which could have caused this. A particular spell that some arcane casters of great power can manage. It offers a mental suggestion to anybody within a certain radius. I've never seen it used for this particular effect, and I can't say for certain it is what has caused the recent informal celebrations.
Okay, what?
I thought he was clear. He was talking about the math suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just because it was something he'd do, detect magic to search for any lingering magical effects. I'll throw an Arcana check onto it.
There are no magical effects.
If it is such a thing, the effect has faded, and the locals have simply chosen to continue the festivities because they are, quite frankly, enjoyable. Or perhaps it truly is spontaneity in itself. Some deities, particularly those devoted to luck or chaos, have been known to spark off such activities purely for their own amusement as well.
I'm going to go do a religion check on the Lady of Fortune's rituals. I hate my role, I hate this, and I hate everything about this.
It's okay, I managed another -2 on a diplomacy check last Wednesday. I have yet to see you roll as poorly as that.
This is true.
That was also at a festival, actually. A harvest festival. My character's twin sister had to walk around behind him apologizing to everybody he met. She does that a lot.
Just preemptive apologies.
Yeah, they've developed stationary cards for it. Actually, quite well done, with big, bold letters across the front. I'm sorry my brother's a big shit brain.
Wait, for Zale or Brum?
For Kevril, my ranger I play in a Pathfinder campaign.
Oh.
He has a -3 on his diplomacy, and I roll a 1 about a third of the time I try it.
None of you are able to recognize this at all.
For some reason, I can't remember Lady Fortune's rituals and celebrations. It'll come back to me. I need to go look up my book for it again.
Do give me an insight check, most of you.
Who's the one who's not giving it?
Those
What do
who
you
are
think?
unconscious.
You know, the one that's still unconscious that you kind of forgot about with all the celebrations.
Oh
Going
yeah, we
with
need
everyone
to get
who's
to...
conscious.
The check you told me about is gonna go in the tower.
Alright.
I think we should probably get Tato to somewhere. Then we can worry about the festival. That sounds like a good idea.
Shenzi, you are not able to locate one right now. With the celebration, everyone is focused on happier things.
Do you know how long it's been?
Sorry. Brum, you notice that most of the people in the city are wearing, antlers.
It doesn't associate with any goddess bearing the electric domain I'm aware of. Honestly, it throws me for a bit of a loop.
Shenzi is having flashbacks to a past life.
You said antlers, right?
Yes.
I do know of somebody who has antlers. I haven't seen them in forever. That was a weird day. Or was it a dream? I can't remember. Pretty sure it was a dream. Oh well.
So, what are you guys doing?
Presumably seeking a medical center.
Give me
Dreaming
give me an investigation check, please.
Tato, I'll give him a dream, Zen.
Oh my god, you're a genius! I can just go with Tato! I will find my way back to Tato. Well, whoever's carrying.
Yes, they typically have bodies close to hospitals.
Don't act like you know what I'm doing.
I mean, it's you. It's quite, obvious.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yes.
Thank you.
Tato, you are dreaming of fish. For some
Yay!
reason, this fish, though, these fish, are different from your normal ones.
Oh.
They look like some strange amalgamation, mutant creation between a leech and fish. No idea, Shenzi. Do you have level 4 spell slots now?
This is a bad dream.
Oh yes, it is quite a nightmarish thing. To answer your question in chat there, Shenzi, you will get your first 4th level spell slot at 7th level, so next level.
Yay!
In other words, if we murder this town, it'll give us variance level up. Then you can raise them off the dead.
We're not murdering the town. We don't
Sorry.
care how much she wants friends, we're not murdering an entire town.
But what if it's to make one really big friend?
No, don't give her ideas, Tato.
There actually have been documented cases of people turning an entire pier of corpses into a single undead dragon-like entity.
That.
Oh.
A Draco zombie, if you will.
Oh, I was thinking dragon.
Those sound terrifying. Let's never meet one.
Nope.
See, I was just thinking like patchwork from WoW, but I like the dragon idea more.
Stitches want to play.
So, anyways, it is not easy at all to locate the hospital because of all the celebrations. Eventually, you, through enough wandering, you do spot signs pointing you to the city's hospital, which is actually a very massive one. Like kind of a mansion idea. This is a large city, so they are able to afford a better setup for medical treatment. It is also a temple to Ilmater.
I remember who Ilmater is.
So anyways,
Well, now that we're at the medical center, you know where I'm headed.
were you guys carrying the legless Tato through the streets? Or...
I was, at least.
I mean, you
Or at
do
least
have
letting him get
a
along.
particular... you do have a particular beast of burden that could carry Tato. Also,
Just
the
use
wagon
your meter.
is on the dock now.
We shall put
Jester, by the
through
way,
there.
absolutely refuses and busy preening of himself being a... Sorry, my...
Yeah, let him spend some time with his newborn.
Oh.
Let's
Okay.
just use Shrek instead.
It's Shrek. You
That's
say
what I said.
Shrek and then...
That's what I said.
Eh.
Have I, for this entire time, been thinking that Shrek was the name of the cart and not actually another horse we had?
I knew it was
No, Shrek is the name of the cart.
Okay.
Oh, I thought Shrek was the horse pulling the cart.
Oh no, the cart is magical. It drives itself.
Okay.
And if there was somebody pulling it, it would be a donkey named Donkey.
Except I'd have to spell that weird too. Maybe with 2 words, Don, Key.
Yeah,
With Key
exactly.
being Ki like the monk. And it would be a monk donkey.
Yeah.
I like this idea. Let's recruit him. Brum would donate, but he's out of money. Yes, Shenzi. That exact spelling. So you
So-
could have done that together, Mong, instead of making crickets make, or Xelos make one.
It works out. So anyways, you make it to the, it takes quite a bit of work to get the, wagon itself through the crowds. But eventually, after about 2 hours, you do manage to move the few feet to the mansion, or to the hospital.
Perform oratory to make our way through the crowd more easily.
People are actually crowding around the cart more with you doing that.
Wait, people actually like what Brum's saying? And you all said that he talked too much.
Oh, please don't stroke his ego.
He absolutely does talk too much. He uses like 50 words to say something that only requires a sentence.
But if one can clarify the meaning of what they are saying beyond simple grunts and snorts for communication, is not one obligated to do so?
Brum, you are the definition of a run-on sentence.
I want that quote.
Brum, you only need a few words to describe it. You don't need to use grunts or snorts. Only Nim does that.
And
Actually, Nim is quite vocal when he wants to be.
goblins.
I don't know that we've ever heard him grunt or snort.
Pretty sure he's grunted at least once.
I'm sure I've heard him grunt in his sleep.
Thank you.
It was good enough, definitely, to be a quote.
Yes.
So, you're going even slower because of the performance, and I assume Brum would probably put even more effort into it after he sees people gathering around.
Oh God, I bet he's eating it all up, isn't he?
Actually, he might take the time to share some philosophy on how festivities should be at times of community and trust, and that they should build relations with their neighbors.
I love how the randomly selected quote you got was one from Brum. So after about 4 hours going through, Nim basically just keeps the wagon going at a slow but steady pace. Some people nearly get run over. There is one person whose foot actually does get run over by the cartwheels.
Brum will heal him. I'll mark it off this lit sheet. First level, word of healing.
Okay. And, yeah, you make it to the hospital. It is an elaborate temple. Large temple building thing. Again, it is also a temple to Ilmater. The hospital itself is mostly barren of staff. Most of them seem to be absent for the festivities.
Sweet, I'm headed to the basement.
What?
You get to the basement. There are signs pointing you in the way you want to go.
I'm so giddy right now.
We really do need crickets here. This is his patron deity. Possibly. I'm not sure how much he pays into the Yellow Rose dogma.
The facility you are looking for, Shenzi, is unstaffed. In fact, you find a few bodies on tables that seem to have just been left there in the middle of whatever they were doing with them. People seem to have just dropped what they were doing to go out and join the festivities.
How would I be able to tell which one is the most fresh?
Give me a medicine check. Based on the smell in the room, it does not seem that any of them are fresh. The
Chocolate.
most recent that you can find was they stopped doing anything with them about 5 days prior.
Oh my god. Well, this does me no good. Actually, you know what would be funny? I want to animate one of them.
I was waiting
I
for
want a
you
new
to
friend
do
to
that.
follow me around.
I was waiting for that response.
Of course, I'm the low-hanging fruit right here.
Which one do I want? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
You find...
Should I dead spell or should I use my helmet?
I think the helmet was designed that you can take control of an existing undead.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So, I have a creature for 24 hours. Which one do I want?
I mean, you keep it as long as you keep casting the spell every day.
That's true.
There is a large half-orc one. Based on the garb that he was dressed in, it appears he was some manner of barbarian.
Ooh.
There's another one that appears that is dressed in priest's vestments. You've got...
That would be funny.
That might piss off a deity.
I think any of this would piss off a deity.
Well, given we don't have Pharasma in this particular setting, right?
It all depends on the deity.
Well, you're not doing anything with the soul, you're just making the body meat sack move around a bit. Raven Queen's got no issue, as long as it's not sentient.
It's also
Oh,
So,
So just those.
there are others. You can't really tell what they were. Most of them are dressed in basic commoner's clothes. There is a very rotund one that was left on a table because it's clear that he could not fit into any of the vaults that they had set up for the
I was
bodies.
about to ask about checking the vaults next.
The ones in the vaults are mostly commoners.
Okay, so it's between the orc and the priest.
There is one in chainmail armor inside one of the vaults. It's been polished and such, ready to go. He appears to have been some manner of knight. The rotund man that is left on the table is belonging to a noble.
Ugh. Okay, so the half orc or the priest. Ippy dippy, my spaceship be on a Corso troop as Neptune and Pluto's moon's the one I choose.
Now, as a side note, about like a week ago, I was curious about the origin of the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Did you know it's actually a very racist thing?
no. I have
I did not, but I'm kind of now glad that I don't use it anymore.
just used it.
I used Ippy dippy!
Oh.
Yeah, she used a different version, but yeah, the eeny, meeny, miny, mo was catch a N-word by the toe. Originally.
Aha.
Oh, now that you say that, I feel like I remember learning that. So
Yeah, I was just
remember that.
rant.
anyways, moving on away from.
Wait. I gotta make a joke first. Did we just PewDiePie it?
oh my God.
It
No.
was.
In order to beautify it, we have to
No.
make somebody else write it on a banner.
Oh no, he also said it in the middle of the stream.
I would never say that word myself. And I was just curious. It's like, where did this come from? Then I look it up and find the dark history of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm never using that again. I always learned it as catch a tiger by the toe, but
Same.
it actually originated from England, like forever ago. It is ancient.
Crazy.
My coworker tried to pay me $15 to say that word. I
He's
denied
still
it.
trying to get you to do that. What? This guy needs to get a life. You need
Yeah,
to tell
see,
this guy to get a life.
But anyways, back to Shenzi and her new friend.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Shenzi?
Sorry, my son has decided to make a mess.
Oh.
Okay, but I do raise the half orc.
It slowly sits up on the table and just kind of looks at you, its face empty. And you have a zombie. I will come up with some better stats on it because it is still capable of handling its, it is still capable of handling, an axe.
Oh. I wanted to be dressed in tight leathers and carrying a whip.
Is anyone watching us do this? Or her do this?
Not unless
No.
you went down with her, which she would have difficulty managing the stairs, friend.
So she's just straight up stealing a body?
Yep.
Okay.
Which is a crime in most cities, yes. And towns,
Stealing, it's
and villages,
repurposing.
and hamlets,
It's illegal.
and on farmhouses.
Oh
Everywhere.
God, Blue! Hi.
Hi, Blue!
In Azeroth.
And Zelos will be here in a bit.
Yay.
I apologize. It was
Had to get this done before the party pooper show.
Mm.
It's okay, Brum's busy.
Elysian's probably just trying to find out more about the festival and where it spawned. Who are we celebrating?
No one knows who they're celebrating. They just have this vague idea of a birthday.
Where'd the antlers come from?
There is a deity who bears an antlered visage. I believe it is Solinar, god of the hunt among the elves. Though I've never heard of him being worshipped in these parts.
I think it's safe to say it's definitely not.
Yes, very few mortal folk worship the deities of the elven lore. When I am quite familiar with them, I would have recognized a proper festival in his name, I assure you. Now, friend Tato, I have here a selection of wood samples ranging from mahogany to good golden oak.
Tato is unconscious.
Yes, but sometimes unconscious patients can hear you and talk in their sleep. Now, the horse informed me that it is symbolically important for the party that the style will be in the form of a raven's leg. Why a raven, I don't particularly know, but it was very specific.
My orc
Oh.
friend and I are gonna head up to check on Tato. I need to find a name for this friend since Gib is gone.
I mean,
Tato's just
he still
happy.
has a tag on his one of his big toes. It's labeled as Zug Zug.
Zug Zug the
of course it
zombie.
is.
Zugby. Call him Zugby.
Zug Zug the zombie.
I'm sure Shenzi and Brum recognize where that's from.
Well, Brum doesn't, but Mahal does, yes.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes, I'm just clarifying. Brum has no reference for Chinese resource. Privateers? No, conglomerates. There's a word.
It's the half-orc Zach would play.
Yes, it is.
Just killing him.
It's
I killed
also-
Especially after we killed his Minotaur. Oh no, his Minotaur technically killed itself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what about a Minotaur?
It killed itself. It ran into a tree and broke its neck. In the first fight of the first session of the first game.
Oh. Okay, for a moment there I thought I was going to have to grieve for...
Oh no, your lady, Proudbane is still alive and well. Proudhoof,
Proud
sorry.
Bane. I thought it was okay. So when Zug Zug and I get up to wherever Tato is, how is he doing? What's the status? What's going?
Tato is still in the mansion.
I thought...
I was under the impression we carried him via cart to the hospice.
Yeah, the cart... Oh, the mansion...
The mansion
cart
is inside the cart.
Yes. Which means that we then took him into the hospital seeking help.
Who carried him?
Hopefully somebody helped Brum.
Well, Elysian decided to go off trying to figure out the origins of this festival.
Well, I went
Yeah.
there too, so.
Never mind,
I-
Brum,
I
you are
mean,
quite able to carry him yourself, probably talking his ears off the entire way.
Don't worry, friend Jack. I'm aware that it is in part due to my failure that you have lost your appendage. I'll carry you for now, friend.
I have to...
You're like a brother to me. You don't weigh nothing at all.
I have to correct our DM here that Tato does not have ears.
I'm always a little amazed at how you always high strength every time.
Yeah, it's like...
Little tiny
I'm pretty
squirrel.
sure you were this girl, my
you
friend.
missed it last week, Shenzi. We
Oh,
had to
wow.
shed some of the cargo for the sailors in order to make room for a cart. It was last minute booking. They all rolled, what, below a 7, I think it was?
Yeah.
All of us were
Brum
both
had a
seven.
natural 20, so he was tottering around lifting crates bigger than him while they were struggling with one between them.
Oh my lord.
And the crate was about the size of Brum that they were struggling with.
This wouldn't be the first time you rolled.
So-
That wouldn't be the first time you actually rolled it.
So Brum and I actually have something in common then, because when it comes down to it, suddenly I am super strong and I'm carrying Tato or Kiero or throwing stone doors.
The difference is Shenzi becomes strong to save people, Brum becomes strong to be helpful.
Brum, you are basically dragging Tato on your back. His one leg left is dragging on the floor. But you're doing your best to properly carry him. You're not struggling under the burden at all. You're just, you're too small to actually properly carry him.
Yes, however, he has recently lost a significant amount of weight.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's no difficulty at all.
About a fifth of his body weight, probably.
A little more, actually, given he had, a good week of near starvation. Best we've managed, just a little broth past his lips since this entire sordid affair began.
Oh god. That's actually really harmful.
So you get him inside the hospital, and there is nobody in sight except for patients. Most of them, there's one sitting in a rocking chair, and doing this strange kind of dance while seated. Walking past rooms, you see people in their beds dancing, and occasionally you'll hear a cheer from somewhere in the hospital.
Well, my place is a happy place. One cannot fault a hospice that can keep its patients in good cheer. Though, I will admit, it is somewhat odd for a place devoted to ill matter. They don't usually go for the sunny side of disposition of things. Usually a quite solemn lot, as it happens.
Give me a medicine check.
Almost had just to do that for you.
Also, hey there, Zealous.
Hello.
Belly!
Perhaps they simply serve excellent jello.
You do notice that some of them are slumped over, but you basically just brush it off as them being asleep. Eventually you do find an empty room that looks like it has not been used. If you're looking for one, that is.
There he is, and he'll lay Tato in the bed since nobody helped him. Tuck the sheets gently up about his chin, and then go to check him into the receptionist's book.
The receptionist, of course, is nowhere to be seen. A lot of the place seems to have just been left as it was. There is a cart with food on it that was just left there. In the middle of being served.
Some party.
Oh, it's still going. The city itself is all decked out and celebrating.
But this place.
As you do get to the receptionist desk, you do find Shenzi there with her new friend. A very large half-orc
Oh, a
zombie.
new party member.
Does anyone
To
notice?
say it will be knowledge religion to identify an undead, correct?
Wait, do we
His
notice-
flesh is noticeably rotted. So
Well, that
either
could
he's
just be
sick
bad
or...
souls.
He's been dead for at least 5 days, maybe more, so you can definitely smell him.
Shenzi, dear, where did you acquire your new friend?
Oh, he was just hanging out downstairs.
Does he have a hall pass? I believe they're in the second row down.
He's wearing it on his toe.
So I see.
Shinzi, question for you. Why does it smell worse than... Is your friend a hobo?
You're not. Are you even here?
I should be with the main crew.
I mean, you're the healer, so I would hope that you came with us to the hospital for Tato.
Yes, I'm there. Main group. Hashtag merged with whatever body I was with.
Awkward silence.
Okay, so how's Tato?
Arg. Anyways, there, you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Good.
From
But really,
how's
why
Tato?
does your friend smell worse than I do?
That's kind of a rude question, don't you think?
Well, I'm just saying, he kind of smells like a hobo that's been in places.
How can you not be rude to my new friend?
His mouth slowly opens and just a...
Oh God!
Not fall off, please.
What, Tato?
Shenzi.
Its entire lower mouth just fall off.
Yes! His lower jaw slowly opens and just keeps opening before it just kind of hangs there. It just just hanging on his chest.
Oh, okay.
Shinzi.
I try and poke it back up into place.
Shinzi, do you think we should talk about your new friend some?
No, I don't think we should talk about my new friend. I think we need to heal Tato before I have to take some extreme measures to keep him around. ...
You might have another new friend.
Did you just say ... out loud?
Well, it was either that or type it out. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Azeroth saying ...
Anyways.
I have to be right back.
Well, I'm not just gonna stand around here while Tato's dying. And I start walking towards where I assume Tato's room is. I just kind of look around, see if I
Before
can
you
find...
go in, if I may recommend, a pomander of fresh rosemary, thyme, and just a hint of lemon balm mint will cut the scent of your new friend quite adequately, I would say.
No. You want to do vanilla.
And yet, vanilla needs to be shipped from the
No.
north and shows it's significantly more expensive.
Okay, as a person, I like Brum's idea because it's total plague doctor.
I'm referring to, what was that show on Disney Channel? Wizards of Waverly Place or something?
Just like that.
I also realized most vanilla in this age will be in the bean form, not the extract.
Either way, you've got the suggestion there.
If
Shinzi,
you will shut up and stop being rude about my friend, I will be fast when we're done
We're
here.
not being rude. We're just being honest with you. It's a difference. And he doesn't seem to be saying much either.
Brum will leave a silver piece with the receptionist's book, by the way, and then return to Tato.
Zealous, are you there?
Oh no, we lost him.
Well, he sent me a message, and it looks like he's typing still, currently downloading Fantasy Grounds onto his laptop.
Fair.
So I'm assuming we won't have him on voice, but at least he can type.
Was it not picking me up?
Oh, now it is.
Oh, I can now.
Okay. No, that's essentially all I was saying was that I'm traveling and I had to re-download Fantasy Grounds onto my laptop. And I'm still trying to get my head in the game.
That is fine. So far, we've got Tato in a hospital bed. You've got... Oh yeah, you got Tato in the hospital bed. You've got Elysian wandering around the city trying to figure out what the festival is for. Nobody knows. Some people are wearing antlers. Other people are... Nobody just nobody knows. The most they know is that they feel like celebrating someone's birthday. Everybody has basically just dropped what they were doing and went outside to celebrate. Shenzi, do give me a medicine check if I didn't get one from you already. I did not. So do give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Perhaps with an advantage, if it's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, give me it with advantage, yes.
You would
You
be
have an
specialized in
innate
this area of
sense.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'll say because you are specialized in this, you know. A lot of there are quite a few people that are dead.
in the hallways leading to Tato's room, in their own rooms.
What? I just had an
Like
amazing idea.
freshly dead? Like today dead?
Within the last 5 days.
Ugh.
You cannot. Well, no, they died since 5 days prior. However, with that roll, you can't really tell how recently. Except for the rough idea of within the last 5 days.
Can I pick a random one and investigate it further?
Zelos, give me 1 sec while I look that up because I don't even remember right now. There it is. Sorry, what did you say, Shenzi?
Can I pick a random, fresh-looking one and inspect close?
Yes, give me an investigation. Or medicine, your choice.
Oh my lord.
You can't place when they died. Like I said, you can only tell about within the last 5 days. Tato, you are slowly starting to regain consciousness. Without Ignacio purposely keeping you under, the pain is, waking you up.
You wake to the sound of, afraid I couldn't find any jello. It seems that somebody forgot to make the afternoon supply this morning. You'll have to make stew with some fish broth that I boiled up for you.
Dude. Hi. What happened?
Oh, the surgery was a smashing success, actually. Clean cut. We're in a hospital. In our destination. Afraid there aren't any doctors available just now, but hang in there, I'll find somebody soon.
I'd like to pull Azeroth aside and speak with him. Azeroth?
Yipper.
Have you noticed that everybody here is...
In my medical profession, I would say yes, or should I roll?
You should roll.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, give me a roll with advantage, though.
Oh, what type?
There are some people... A medicine check.
Okay.
There are some people that are still alive and they're kind of dancing weakly.
There we go.
Doing the horizontal dance, by the way. They're not up and about.
Basically, yeah.
Except for that one guy in the rocking chair. Beside whom Brum stopped briefly on the way back to Tato's room. If the receptionist happens to return, please inform him or her that I have checked in an additional patient. Payment and details are in the log.
Anyways, I rolled. What do I look
Alright,
like?
you do know.
Yes.
You can tell that they died various diseases or ailments. Most of them, though, actually died from starvation and dehydration.
Well, if I had to guess, I would have to say yes. Everyone here seems to have died or is dying.
within the last 5 days?
Well, we're in a hospital, so technically most people have died because of random illnesses or sicknesses. But the ones on the
This
floor right now
doesn't-
probably are starvation, it looks like.
It doesn't... When I was downstairs making my new friend,
Making.
I made a new friend, when I was downstairs with my new friend, it looked like people had started working on the bodies and dropped them and left within the last 5 days. They haven't finished the bodies. You see these diseased bodies laying around. This isn't okay for a medical hospital. This is how those diseases spread. They should be disposing of the bodies. Something is wrong. Something in the last 5 days. This party is wrong.
Well,
And now I'm scared for Tato because he can't walk.
well, I mean, we could always we could always ask Braum to carry him. He seems pretty capable these past couple of days of lifting.
I don't think we should be here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's not fun if I didn't kill it, and, it's not really good if nothing can from this. How do you think we should get him out of here?
We should probably steal some medical supplies to keep dressing his wound. and
Say no more.
bury him.
Scavenge it is. It's not stealing, it's scavenging, because after war and fighting and killing, you scavenge the remains.
I mean, it's not
Tato?
stealing anyways.
I
because you
believe the
need it.
appropriate term is actually looting, friend.
Scavenging.
Scavenging implies one has stumbled across the
Hem.
supplies in an otherwise
Scavenging.
abandoned area. Looting is the result.
This is why we are having the discussion not in front of Brum.
I have excellent hearing, you know.
By the way,
It's fine.
I could also
Please
throw my
feel-
voice down directly next to you, no matter where I actually am.
that's horrifying. That Brum can do that. That is absolutely
Large man.
just
There,
You
I got a
just
20 on the
annoy
perception to hear that.
Anyways.
In the hospital,
Oh,
I mean,
and performance
things
other
echo
insurance.
through the hallways, so you did hear them.
You mean they're not
Here
muffled
is
by all the
the-
dead bodies laying around?
Ventriloquism check.
You can throw your voice.
No imitation, please.
so,
Well, that being said, we should probably.
God damn it!
What? Oh, sorry. Go ahead and speak sick potato.
Thank you. Tato would grab Brum by the arm and be like, "Dude, put me back out."
I'm sorry, I don't have any supplies to do so at the moment. Give us some time to find proper medication. Or we could try calling Ignacio, but I don't believe I've ever actually seen him leave the premise of the mansion.
We can't leave. Don't you have the sleep spell on you?
Yes, but the pain would immediately wake you from it. If I could prepare a deep slumber, that might put you out for a short time, but... I'll throw a healing check to see if he can scrounge up some herbs that would create a knockout draft.
Why? When you can easily rate the.
Tato, first off, Tato, give me a wisdom saving throw, please. Tato, you find yourself starting to do the horizontal dance in your bed. You just feel compelled to celebrate someone's birthday.
What the fuck? Tato,
If you're talking, we're not hearing you. All we're hearing is the buzzing and the wind or whatever in the back.
I'm not doing this. I swear I'm not doing this. That's what Tato's saying.
Actually, this is a mind effect. He'd just be all, "Dude, it's a birthday! Oh yeah, it's a birthday!"
Who keeps dragging all the rolls?
What?
I don't know, Braum has been rolling.
So Tato was.
My client's freaking out. I have to run back in.
Okay.
Oh, potato.
I was just getting a bunch of red messages.
That's what happens when it tries to load media and for some reason gets a bad pathway.
It's done it like 3 times now, just from logging in.
Anyway, 20 on a medicinal check to scrounge up some knockout solutions.
On that note, I think me and Senju will probably reappear and tell everyone our master.
Actually, I have
Right.
one other question before we go in.
42.
In your professional healing opinion, have any of these bodies died within the last 24 hours?
As far as I can tell, some of these bodies have been dead for days. Others are fairly more recent. I would have said the ones that are laying on the floor or like leaned against the wall are the most recent ones. As I think they died of starvation.
Could you maybe point out one that's in the last 24 hours for me, so I can investigate?
Sure. Yes.
I will say that there is one that has died within the last 24 hours.
Okay.
Yes!
I'll point that one out immediately.
In
for
fact,
you.
actually, the
It's
one
the
in the
wall.
rocking chair, you hear a gurgling gasp and then a low sigh as he dies.
Well, no, never mind. It's that one over there. Definitely that one. That's the sound they make when you stabbed them, but you didn't stab them in the mortally wounded spots, but they still died of blood loss.
I put my hand on Azeroth's shoulder and say, okay, you can go talk to Brum now. I'll be right back. And I wait till he turns his back, and I skip happily over to the freshly dead.
Sure, I'm just dumb enough
You know-
and not caring to notice.
It's possible you could resuscitate him right now.
Well, anyways, I do think it'd be best I
I
tell
don't know
them our
anything
plan.
about that. I'm not a doctor. He's dead. I just,
Horrible.
I don't know
gonna
how to
go tell you.
CPR.
He
I'm gonna
didn't
tell you
get
guys
kicked out of medical school to start his heart up again. Oh no.
Oh god.
Not in
Anyways,
this manner, at least.
I'm gonna tell you guys our plan of looting this place and trying to get Tato out of here. Which-
I'm gathering a vial of blood as we speak.
Post haste, guys. I do think we should probably get going. This place is very much bad news for all of us.
Well, you
Seems like-
are able to gather your thing, your blood.
Okay. Well, I suggest we also scavenge around for some medical supplies to help with our.
Elysian,
Yeah.
give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yay! I'm going to have so much fun giving that roll that I'm probably going to fail. Where's... Oh yeah, on the wrong tab. There's my wisdom savings.
We're all dead. We're all dead, Dave.
A creature, a humanoid shape of shadows, comes up to you, Elysian, through the crowd, making a beeline straight for you. As it
Hi?
reaches you, you notice that it has antlers, a majestic set of them, made of shadows above its head. Otherwise, you can't make out any features on it, aside that it's a humanoid. And it says simply, "Celebrate the Master's birthday." Before walking through you and heading for the hospital. And you are compelled to dance.
He began dancing his way to the hospital. Getting a bit freaked out now that he has no control over this anymore.
Well, that aside, what is everyone else doing?
Still waiting on the result for that medicinal check to look for.
I've told everyone to start scavenging for medical supplies while we can, and let's leave post haste.
I got my blood and I am headed back to Tato's.
So,
Alright. Medical
I say, ladies
supplies,
and
you are...
gentlemen,
They have quite the good bath and shower a few rooms down. You should check it out. I did not expect to see everyone here. How is
Anyways,
every?
My stump is in so much pain, yet I can't stop dancing.
oh my goodness. Anyways, wait, should I have done a roll for coming for grabbing stuff? Oh well.
Brum has managed to gather medical supplies.
Hey, Terrelix. Oh wait, Terrelix.
Points of the kind that you need for the particular Tato's particular needs.
No, Toto, before I rip up a potion to send you back to Dreamland, I do need to know the black ebon or the golden oak.
What?
The kind of your new prosthetic, your peg leg. Would you prefer the black ebony wood or the golden oak?
Neither. Don't worry about it.
I suppose it's possible I could find some cedar here, and it'd have quite a nice fragrance for the first couple of weeks. But cedar is a softwood; it wouldn't last as long. Perhaps you would prefer mahogany. It has something that's appealing color, but it is also a hardwood.
None of that.
I see. Oh, I'll have to see what I can find elsewise
I need
available.
time without a leg for a bit. And
But it would require one eventually, certainly. Very well, I'll make the decision for you, and when you're ready, you can just let me know.
works for me. He just gives a thumbs up.
Brom will make something to knock him out again. Would you like another check for that, or roll off of the previous 20?
Wait, do what?
He's mixing up a knockout draft. From
give me
supplies he gathered previously.
Give me a medicine check. You are able
Don't
to
worry, I've made these
medicine,
numerous
not
times.
healer's kit.
Oops. It is somewhere on my sheet. There you are. Don't worry, I've done this numerous times, and I hardly ever get it wrong anymore.
Tato, the draft that he pulls, that he manages to create, smells like the most foul thing you have ever smelled in your life.
The
Okay.
smell alone
Glad I
knocks
did not
him out, I'm
specify
sure.
drinking it yet.
Oh God.
How did you know this?
That smells like something that came out of my. Right.
You gonna keep complaining about the smell of my new friend now?
Yes, but in the meanwhile, this is a lot more potent, and probably took over the room and most of the hospital floor.
What did you mix?
I may have to.
He's asking you a question.
I can't reveal this recipe. It's been handed down through a long line of herbalists for longer than I've been alive. And I swore I would never reveal the recipe.
Okay. I'm trusting you here, bro.
I used the exact same formula when poor Gordon broke his leg a couple of years back. I had him out for a good 2 days when I sat in the room.
Tato is just chugging it down mid-sentence. He wants the pain to end.
Tato,
Hoping he's in pain.
everything seems to amplify.
Or perhaps that was the perk-up potion.
You feel incredibly energized. The pain is stronger, but now you're finding that this compulsion to dance is even dragging you out of bed.
No, Tato. I wouldn't recommend standing up. As far as you can.
Tato is screaming. I'm not going to scream in the mic, but Tato is screaming horrifically while dancing. It's actually very disturbing.
Okay, fine. Wait, no, I don't have.
Can Elysian come in now dancing too?
I think I'm going to put Tato in a sleeper hold because he's screaming.
Elysian, you are really slow trying to
Okay.
get through the crowd and dancing at the same time. The creature is just moving through everybody. So unless you're going to be pushing people out of your way, and even still, it's going to take more time than the creature is.
He'll keep working on it.
Okay. It'll be a slow process. The creature is out of sight by now. Those of you in the hospital, are you all gathered into Tato's room?
Yes.
How about Xelos or crickets?
Yes, I heard the screaming and came to investigate. Apparently, he's quite happy and in pain.
Actually, that's a good point. Sense motive.
You need
Alright.
insight?
Yes. I'm glad to say that your spirits are up, Tato, but really you should be sleeping right now.
He does
Tears are
seem...
going down his face.
Tato, you would notice this first. There is a dark, shadowy creature in the doorway to your room, of course.
At this point, he's just sure he's seeing things now because of the medicine. So he's like, "What did you put in this?" Can I be on the floor? Can I go into the fetal position, or just like oscillate on the floor dancing?
First off, Brum, are you trying to keep him from getting up?
I believe that Azeroth is, actually.
Whoever is,
No, I said
If
I feel like I should
anybody
be putting
is.
him in a sleeper hold.
if anyone is, please give me a strength check.
Oh god. Well, is it okay for me to put him in a sleeper hold while holding him back?
If you succeed on the check, yes.
Sure,
Tato?
I'll give it
Give me an opposed strength check with advantage.
oh god, good luck. Yeah, he won this one. Oh shit!
I didn't actually roll.
Sorry. Oh come on.
He needs to re-roll with using a strength check, please.
Oh, just add +1 to that.
I thought you had a higher strength than that.
Oh,
Okay.
my strength is 13.
Tato is still trying to get out of the bed, but you are able to hold him, Azeroth.
I said put him in a sleeper hold. In
I
other words, I'm not
said
subject
you're
to
holding
knock
him.
Okay.
There, he just made it. He's gurgling now.
Gotta wait till he passes out.
All of you hear the voice from the creature in the door. Dance.
But I don't wanna.
Wisdom saves.
Yes, everybody give me a wisdom saving throw.
We're all going to die.
Yeah, we're all
Except
dead.
Shenzi.
Tato,
Tato, you already failed yours.
damn, so we all failed except Shenzi, huh?
Brum and Shenzi, you both are okay.
Man.
You feel a brief
it hardly
compulsion
seems like
to
okay.
dance.
No matter how. Ribald, the celebrations are outside. We have an injured friend here. And sir, this is a hospital. Please, some respect for the injured.
Azeroth, you completely release your hold on Tato and begin dancing your heart out.
Cool. Tato tries to get up and dance and then falls, and is still just kind of.
Actually, you probably make a dexterity check to remain upright. You do have a tail.
Okay, fine.
He's a seal, not a kangaroo.
If Tato wants to just
Even
fall,
so.
he can fall.
Yeah, I do want to just fall.
Okay.
Be on the
This
floor.
shadow voice that spoke, can I,
It is
can I
coming.
punch it?
Hey guys, I see death. It's coming for me. It's a great day.
Instead of a death who offers to play for your soul, it's a death that just makes you dance for his amusement. We don't know how to
Yes,
beat that game,
give
right?
me a strength check, Shenzi.
Yes!
Does this amuse you, you shit?
The answer to that is probably yes, because he delights in your torture.
Your fist goes straight through it.
Well, that just makes me mad. Now I want to fire a magic missile at it.
Okay. The missiles hit, but it does not seem to be phased that much. Celebrate the Dungeon Master's birthday.
I embraced the dance and believed that everybody was kung fu fighting, which is the acrobatics roll of 16.
Cricket is just dancing quite well. Mostly it's more of a fighting kind of dance, but it looks quite impressive. So Shenzi and Brum, the only two left that aren't dancing, what do you do?
Well, this hardly seems the occasion for such behavior. Have sick people everywhere who are trying to rest. And our own companion requires immediate attention. I'm hardly certain why my sleeping draught didn't work on him. Perhaps the seal physiology reacts differently to the chemical compounds. I couldn't say.
This is all
You know
well
what
and
I'm
good,
gonna
but can you help me stop dancing?
It's a shadow, and I have a cantrip. I'm gonna cast dancing lights in a circle around the shadow.
The creature pulls back from the lighting, from the lights, and kind of seems to dissipate. With a final drawn out celebrate.
So it walks out of the circle of lights and just kind of disappears because it got caught.
No, it just kind of it just kind of dissolves in front of you, in between the lights.
And is everybody still dancing?
Tato is, and Azeroth, but Cricket can stop now. If he wishes.
Oh, that was quite intense. Quite a good workout. Ah, yes. That does not look exceptionally safe. What is happening?
Azeroth? Remember, we're friends when I do this? And I slap Azeroth in the face and yell at him to snap.
Azeroth, you may make another wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Yeah. Yay!
break free from the compulsion to dance.
Thank goodness. Goddamn.
Oh, so we just have to beat everybody up. Okay.
I pet Shenzi.
See,
for this.
we do take on the entire town.
I pet Shenzi for this. Thank you, Shenzi.
I give you a big hug.
No. Hugs. Now then, let's wake up our other friend.
Oh, other friend, really, but yes. Knowledge religion on the apparition, if I may. And I can find knowledge
Go for
religion.
it. It's just religion.
I'm aware it was just kind of hiding in the crack between scroll pages.
I'm gonna
That
try
would
this.
be a good thing for Shenzi to do too.
Well, I'm gonna slap Elysian.
I've never seen
Elysian is not with you.
That
Oh,
variety.
right, that's right. Wait, so then we have to slap Tato. Okay, I'll slap Tato.
Neither of you are able to recognize the apparition at all.
Oh, damn. Slap Tato.
This is so close.
Tato!
I'm sorry, Tato. Oh, God. Got it.
Recommendation is roll for non-lethal damage and see if you knock Tato out.
I know.
Yeah, roll for damage.
Oh, God. Non-lethal, man.
Tato, can we stop beating up Tato?
Wait, how do
I'm not mad at him anymore, guys.
What, just any damage roll, or... sorry.
Give me a... We'll say... a d6 for this. Normally it's only 1 damage, but, you know. Tato, you take 3 points of damage. Sorry,
that was
6
also-
points.
Thank you.
Tato, you may make another wisdom saving throw with advantage. Tato, are you there?
He said BRB, and I don't know that he came back.
Oh, I see his BRB. He got.
Dan
I'm gonna have
clicked
words
his
for
thing
him.
and put himself as AFK.
Well, he did, but then he typed BRB after, so I think that's what came out of it. But if you look right above the
Oh
BRB,
yeah,
it says
there
he's
it
gone
is.
AFK.
There's gone AFK. Okay. New rule. Type BRB, then put yourself ARK.
Or just
ARK.
Or just do
AFK.
AFK. Anyways. What are you all doing?
Well, now that I'm up and I beat him up, I think we should try to get out of here like our original goal.
Brum will leave 5 gold behind for the medical supplies he scavenged.
Can somebody do Tato's roll for him so we know if he snapped out of it?
No. Well,
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
I'll do
we're
it.
dragging him out anyway.
we're dragging him.
Oh god, have fun with a wiggly Tato.
Yeah, I'm basically oscillating like a seal.
Oh, you're back.
Brum dragged him up here all alone
I slapped the crap out of you and hoped you woke up.
with
Tato,
Azeroth, Crickets, and Zug Zug. We've got this.
Tato, I need a wisdom saving throw with advantage. You are able to break free from the compulsion to dance.
Oh, thank God, because that was painful.
Oh, quite.
So, can we give Tato something for his pain?
By the way, his wound is bleeding again from the motion.
Of course it is.
Okay, let's see if I can help with this.
Movement.
No, we took some medical supplies. We have bandages. Use them.
But I already have bandages in my side.
We'll
Kit?
see. There we go.
Why don't you both take Trato and I'll tend him as we move? I would rather be shut of this place sooner rather than late.
We could stick him on a gurney and wrap him up on the way out.
My thoughts precisely.
Can't believe I'm agreeing. with
If
you
only
on
we
this
actually
one.
had gurneys. A wonderful invention on the day somebody decides to put miniaturized wheels to the base of a small rolling bed. It shall come with sterilized sheets and lightly fluffed pillows.
Anyways, back in reality, let's get going.
Wheeling Tato out. And by wheeling, I mean carrying, and by carrying, I mean hauling by the scruff of the neck if necessary. Into the wagon.
As you make it to the entrance of the hospital, the creature is back. Elysian is also finally entering into the yard of the hospital.
Do I see them leaving now, I guess?
It occurs to me we had one member who never made a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, we didn't beat up the dancing cat. Oh well. Well, I guess I'm dragging Tato.
What dancing cat?
The naked one. The one without fur.
No, he made his second
I thought
save.
Yeah.
Oh, well then wait, who you were mentioning didn't make a second?
The one who just failed with the 2.
Really?
Oh my
Grab
god.
him by the tail and drag.
I feel like he's it's
I
too-
mean, you guys didn't pick up Jester again, so he's off somewhere you don't even know.
Yeah.
That's
see?
actually a fair point. He's probably not even in range of this thing.
Tato directs Azeroth to drag him by the tail, specifically.
Anyway, shadowy figure in the doorway.
Dance and celebrate.
No.
Creature, I deny your power over these individuals. We are our own people and will not fall prey to your charlatan tricks. Bless on the party. Cast at level 3.
Alright. What does that do again?
Yay.
Modifier. 2 people. Not sure if Nim's there, but we'll do 2 castings, so he's included anyway.
Chat's going ham with being chocobo trainer.
I mean, it's, you know. It's the Chocobo song, and you have to quay after it. Alright, so what are you guys doing with the creature? You're not having to make a roll right now.
Doesn't matter. Brum's speech was enhanced by near divine power, which is to reflect it in his resource allotment.
Everybody do give me a perception check, please.
Me too.
I said everybody.
Yes, we would have caught up with you by now.
Sorry,
Brum's a
I
little
meant to roll.
busy lecturing this this apparition.
Take my first roll to 7.
Those that rolled above a 15.
Darn it.
You notice these apparitions throughout the crowds of the city. You didn't notice them before, but they are here. They're spread out, and they all seem to be influencing the people of the city to keep dancing.
I drop dancing lights again. Since it's a cantrip, I can do it a whole bunch.
Are you gonna tell the party that you see these shadows everywhere?
No, I'm gonna panic and drop dancing lights, and if you ask what the hell is going on, I'll tell you there's shadows everywhere.
Well, you see the one in front of... Everybody sees the one in front of you in the yard.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Ah.
the other ones, I
I don't
want
see
them
the
all
other
to go
one.
away.
I'm the only one that me, Elysian, and Brom and Tato don't see the other one.
So I do not think this party is quite a natural phenomena. There are quite a few creatures talking and trying to get people to dance.
More than the one in front of us?
Yes. I
In
see,
front of you
one,
is
2,
dissipating
3. I
from
start
the...
pointing as I count.
Oh god.
The one in
You know
front
what?
of you is dissipating from the dancing lights.
I am going to...
get you up to date, Cricket. It looks like this started 5 days ago and has not stopped. There are people dying of starvation and dehydration. They can't stop dancing.
Yep.
That
Oh,
reminds me. I am absolutely starving.
and because
How
of this,
long have I been out?
I think I'm gonna cast Detect Magic just so I can try to see what's going on here. If I can see the other shadows.
You haven't had the shadows pointed out.
Yeah, that's what he just said. That everyone's dancing because they're getting the shadows just like us. Isn't that what he said?
And then I said I was counting and going 1, point
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
2, point 3.
Mhm. Anyways,
You do not detect magic from any of these.
I was like, well, I don't detect any magic around us, so whatever this is, it's very unnatural and not magical.
Well, why don't we go find the center of the party?
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
I
say.
just stop to
recommend that we deposit Tato first.
Yeah.
He is injured, and such creatures tend to prey upon the wounded and weak.
We do need to get him to safety, you're right?
I also need to get a meal in me.
Uh,
See, how long have I been out?
someone feed him or put him to sleep so he doesn't realize he's hungry.
It's not
Oh,
really
same.
about realizing I'm hungry, but if my weight gets too low, I could die.
Don't you have stores
He's
of
a
fat?
seal.
You're a seal.
Yes.
And with those
Lose those
fat
stores.
stores,
Here,
that,
Tato, I have some nut bread here.
I consume it. I consume it quick.
Oh god. Well, we can
Um,
feel
Consume
It's
Consume
light,
wild-
fluffy, and taste of hazelnuts and almonds.
Cool. He doesn't even take time to taste it. Really, he just
I'm gonna grab Zug Zug by the hand and start walking through the crowd to see if I find anything suspicious or anything that might lead me to the center of the park.
Have I reached them yet, or am I still...
And as I said, you got to the yard. So yes. And I also answered that
Yay.
yes, you saw them exiting.
Yay. Gen Z.
Oh, yeah, he's still dancing.
Yes.
I'm gonna punch him really hard in the face.
Don't punch me really hard in the face.
Too late,
Steal
she's
my
doing
card
it.
while
Give
I
me a
was
strength
here.
check.
Strength check.
I would like to not get punched really hard in the
As you go to punch him, he ducks down in his dance out of the way of your punch.
Well, then I try again!
Oh god.
Can we have another solution than punching me in the face, please?
Unfortunately.
you're not
no.
getting punched.
You,
You have no choice in
you
the matter.
tried to steal my card while I wasn't even here.
I didn't try and steal your card.
You had a whole
Yes, you
discussion about this
did.
at the very beginning.
No, I didn't.
He's a thief. He's
Plausible
gonna-
deniability.
Well, does that second punch hit or not? I'm curious.
I mean,
It
I'm
does.
Mate. Oops.
Well. You get punched square in the face.
It hits you square in the nose, which is now bleeding.
Oh my.
Am I still dancing?
Give me a wisdom saving throw. You are very much still dancing.
Ow! What was that for?
Okay, well, since the punch didn't work, but the slap worked on Azeroth, I'm gonna slap Elysian.
Yeah,
I'm going to move away.
That makes
I
sense.
don't
Already
like
punched
it
him, though.
Even less.
Perhaps I could offer an alternative, Shenzi, to physical violence.
Well, it's the only thing that's woken anybody else up.
Crap, I blessed him and then had him roll a save. That was dumb. Zim, did he make that save or fail it?
Failed.
Really? Okay. Boop.
Well, okay.
Elysian is no longer
I'm gonna-
dancing.
Alicia just kind of flops on the ground.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use my cantrip to help out Shinzi, okay? I'm gonna use that guidance.
Okay.
No,
So
Elysian's...
After that's been settled, I take
257.
Zug by the hand and start walking around.
Okay, yeah. No, I really am. I'm gonna give you guidance, Shinzi, to help you roll.
Don't
So-
slap me,
Go for one more
please.
slap,
I'm
Shinzi.
sorry.
Nobody needs to slap you. You're not moving.
The
You're
mansion
paralyzed.
exists in a
So-
different dimension than these creatures. If we can make it inside, there is a good chance the effect will fade by crossing the threshold.
Well, I
Oh,
can't.
are you talking about those shadow creatures? Because that's one passed through me and then I couldn't stop dancing.
Yes, we had another one visit us.
Can't
Well,
talk,
that's
you're
the same.
entirely paralyzed.
He's not wrong. You have hold person cast
Well,
me
if
right
it's
now.
any consolation, I can't carry Tato and move him. At
Oh.
Zug
I'll,
and I have already
No,
left.
Brum is the one carrying Tato.
Oh, okay. Well, then shoot.
Yeah,
So I
I'll go
guess
help her
drag
with
Elysian.
Elysian as well.
I'll drag Elysian.
Shenzi, you were looking for the center of the party.
I'm gonna carry him over my shoulder like
Correct.
a dog.
You are able to notice kind of a... They seem to kind of be spiraling out from a central location down the street.
I look at Zug and I blink a few times, and then we keep walking towards it.
You do still
you
have
going?
Skeleton Gib.
I do?
He had some
I
minor
assumed
damage
you
to
would
one of
have
his
been.
rib cages, but
Well,
Yes.
I thought he got left behind
no.
Yeah.
a while ago.
Our community grows.
He got left behind with the Black Friday thing, but he wasn't. He was still with you otherwise. And when you came
Okay,
back from
was
that, he was there.
misunderstanding. Okay, well, can I have them both?
Why not?
Okay, just making sure.
Basically, you could have one per spell slot that you have for Raise Dead. Well, actually, you can have one for per spell slot and another one for the helmet.
Oh yeah, and
So I think that means you can have 4 of them.
Gib was converted.
It might be worth looking into getting a storage room, an undead storage room installed in the mansion where she can chain them when she doesn't want to devote the spell slots to maintaining her control.
That is a great idea. I can have a whole collection of friends.
Just don't get close to them when they're not friendly.
I want to collect all the friends.
Well, our friends now Pokemon.
Yes.
Eventually she'll have enough slots for the full 6-party complement, yes?
Okay, well then, Skeleton Gib and Zug and me are all walking towards the center of this thing.
And the rest of you are getting the Elysian and Tato into the mansion?
Yes.
That is correct.
All right. Well, you all have, you're all able to get them into the mansion quite easily. Shenzi, you are making your way through the crowds. Luckily, with your, undead, it does actually help get them to spread away from you.
They're avoiding the undead.
Well,
Well, the
yeah, they
people
kind of
probably are.
stink.
Well, one of them
Particular,
stinks. The
yeah.
other is a little menacing. Actually, they're both rather menacing.
Really, it's only Zug Zug that is moving away.
Odorous.
That is making them move away. Don't worry, give it a few
Okay.
weeks, and the rest of his flesh will just kind of, decay
Slough off.
away, and you'll be left with another skeleton.
Well, now I'm all excited again, so we are going to continue onward into this terrifying.
Wow.
That was not the right time, but okay.
Totally was.
I think it was.
How?
She's going solo.
She is. Solo with her summons.
I've got my two friends with me. It's good enough.
It'll be fun for a while. Necros are really hard to kill. Really hard.
Especially Shenzi.
As we cross the threshold, does Elysian's compulsion die away?
It does not.
And then we'll leave the whole person on for a bit.
Why?
Hope you don't mind. It'll
Well,
last
I kind
another
of
half minute
do,
or
but
so.
I can't really complain because apparently my mouth is locked shut too. So
Once we have everyone inside and situated, Brum will seek out Ignacio.
Elysian's just trying to look
It has, like-
angry at Brum.
30 seconds left on the whole person.
Ignacio is sitting in the foyer reading a book.
No, we can go back to Shenzi for now. We'll take them time to situate the. I want to say wounded, but Elysian isn't actually hurt yet, so.
Well, he is stuck under a status ailment.
Are you
so I
taking
guess-
them into the infirmary?
Whoop.
No, well, presumably we'll drop Elysian off in his room, but yes, Tato's going back into the infirmary.
In the infirmary, you find one of those shadow creatures.
What?
Creature, I don't know what you're doing here, but you are invading upon private property, and I ask you to leave.
All property belongs to the master. Celebrate his birthday.
Sir, I do not care for your attitude. Please leave. This is a medical facility. Our patients require quiet.
You must dance.
If I were to dance, would you leave this poor seal in peace?
It's not like you're going to get much of a choice.
Earnest disciple.
Those of you there, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
What, in the house?
In the mansion.
I mean, in the mansion.
In the
Wait.
infirmary, specifically.
I
Was
will
okay.
dance if you leave this poor man alone.
Was I carrying somebody? I thought you said.
You were carrying Elysian.
Okay, good. Making sure though.
Uh,
I thought I was carrying.
so you and Elysian are probably heading for Elysian's room.
Gold-plated room, yay.
Wait, so I'm not dancing.
You do not have to roll. No, you're not dancing. Tato, I do need one from you. Only one to have succeeded was Cricket. The other two, Tato and Brum, are forced to dance.
This is just
Brum.
annoying.
By the way, performs a spirited Highlander jig.
The spirit moves through you. Both of you, actually. Because, you both are Brum's carrying Tato and all. And makes for the exit.
I see this. That's from the blah 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 region. Very a jig there, Brum. It's quite good.
It's an elven variety, but thank you. Performed during some of the harvest festivals by some of the elders who visited that region in, 2-3 centuries ago. Not quite the traditional piece, but I must admit the grace of the elves enhances almost anything they touch.
It's quite good that there's no music playing, even though there's no music playing. Perhaps you guys
The
should,
true music
should
comes
take
from
a
the
stop.
heart, my friend.
At which point I clapped them on the back in hopes of disrupting them from the dance.
I shudder to think of what influence has arisen from this situation.
Ray, the thing was cut off, so please send it to me on Discord. I know, right, Eisen? Hey, he's forced to dance, and all he can do is talk about his life story.
Wait, so people are actually encouraging him to talk?
Anyways.
Ooh, I could
No!
get behind this.
Do not encourage Brum. Oh wait, that's
I
right,
would like
that's
to
the
note
line.
that, in my opinion at least, it is possible to counter-influence.
At this point, I think I'm happy that I'm not hearing him talking, or that maybe I do hear him talking far away.
The more Brum sits around talking, the longer Shenzi is alone with all of those scary shadow people.
They are getting more and more common as you move towards what is apparently the center of the city.
I would like to note for the party, out of character, I have been known to cause TPKs through role-playing on very rare occasion. Or character deaths.
Yes, your character gets attacked.
Mage Ripper the Mighty.
That did get pretty close, didn't it?
Yeah.
I will point out once again that with the strength check, that was to clap my friends on the back and see if I can disrupt them from. I've seen it work before, just not face hits.
You guys can have another wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Nope. Brum's enjoying his Highlander day.
Welcome to the hamlet.
We have all the follows. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Sorry, I tried not to interrupt the story too much, but, you know, we've had quite a few follows, so.
Jack Avery is a personal friend of.
Oh, well, welcome. Both of you do fail your checks, by the way.
Don't worry about us, friend Cricket. We'll handle things here. If you could go assist the fair lady Shenzi.
Do I take any bleed damage?
You are... We're not going to worry about damage right now for that.
You know what? Brum will switch to a duo sea shanty. I don't know if you can call it dancing, escapade, in which one is designed for a one-legged companion. It's not quite a swing dance, it's not quite a jig, and it doesn't exactly have music that accompanies it. It's okay, Tato, you just need to follow along, he'll lead.
Those two are dancing. What are you doing, Cricket?
There, see, perfect role for, yes.
Well, my friends, if you're not so worried about if you're having quite a good time dancing and you're not so worried about what's going on, I may check outside because I think we are missing a Shenzi. Of course, I don't know. Did my voice come through on any of that?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, I'll take my friend's words at their word, and I will go and step back out of the cart and see if I can locate Shenzi in the crowd.
At this point, I am assuming I have dropped off the paralyzed one to his room.
You have. You would have been back down in the foyer by the time Cricket comes out of the infirmary.
Well, then I would have followed Cricket most likely, as I know.
Slowly, one by one, they are all being incapacitated.
It's okay. As long as Jester survives, we can rebuild the party around him.
No! I don't want to die.
Done that
That's
before.
why
We
we're
built an
all
entire party around an
fine.
animal mascot.
No, you are all reborn as Jester's children.
Okay, I want
Oh.
to die now.
We actually enacted a virtual battle between a series of hive mind AIs that we trapped on a personal server in a Shadowrun game. It was My Little Pony, Land Ponies versus Sky Ponies, reenactment of World War II. It was glorious and an absolute hilarious session. The Sky Ponies, which were subbing as Hitler and the powers therein, won.
Well, moving on from those that are dancing and forced to celebrate.
Mhm.
Shenzi, I'm sorry, Azeroth and Cricket, you are able to locate Shenzi quite well from the small circle in the crowd.
Okay. I think I would like to move to her at at quite the haste. Azeroth, my friend, are you quite good at moving through crowds?
I am a very big cleric. Of course I can move through crowds. I do have a hammer.
If you wish, you could lead the way, or I will simply try to join in the dance so that the monsters stay away as I move through the groups.
I'm gonna power through them. I mean, they're just dancing. It's not like I can't do that.
And I'll simply follow behind him through the.
So you are forcibly making your way through the crowd, Azeroth?
Yes. Go for
Give
it.
me strength checks. We'll say 3 of them.
This is gonna be horrible. I love it.
Wow.
We cannot make strength checks.
Obviously, your stronger people cannot make strength checks. I was better off not changing my rep sheet because I've been better at strength checks before I did.
It's very simple. In order to roll high on a strength check, just have a penalty to the score. That's all it.
I rolled better when my strength was only a +2. Hilarious.
You are quite physically stopped. You are horribly slowly making your way through the crowd. Shenzi, I assume you are doing the dancing lights on them anytime one of them tries to make you dance.
Anytime one gets too close to me.
All right.
Oh wait, I don't.
Cricket, you are dancing? Trying to blend in,
Yes.
correct?
That is correct. I am, as he's moving through the crowd, I'm trying to blend in and just be like, okay, moving through the void that he creates in front of him or above.
Shenzi, thank you so much.
Yeah. It's almost your birthday.
Well, yeah, but I know you don't have a whole lot to spare. Well, thank you anyways. Very much.
Yeah.
So anyways, you're making your way through the crowd. You've got Cricket and Azeroth. You are slowly making your way through. Azeroth, are you dancing at all, or are you just pushing through?
I can't help resist fighting against the strength of that beast, so I'm gonna push through like an idiot. 'Cause I want to. Obviously, you gotta push. You can move people out of the way.
One of the shadow creatures comes up to you, Azeroth. Dance!
Oh yeah, wait, what's the spell that she's casting on them? Oh,
You don't know what spell's being cast. Oh, that Shenzi is? Dancing
Yeah.
Lights.
no. Oh. Well. Oh wait, does any light spell work? I don't know how dancing light works.
Well, you haven't tried
just
anything.
Well,
Yeah, I just
okay.
use Dancing Lights because it's a cantrip, so I can cast it for free as much as I.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what dancing light does.
It's
I just posted it in the chat.
well, he can't say that. It's a more diffuse version of the light spell, but you have more control, but the lights themselves are more numerous but weaker.
Oh,
Your light spell will be stronger but concentrated on one immobile area or object.
obviously I'm gonna. If it only takes light to beat these things back, I'm gonna be using my light spell on my hammer. Or yeah. Why do I?
It does not dissipate when you cast light on your hammer.
Oh,
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please. You are able to resist the effects for now. Cricket, it's not focusing on you because you seem to be under the effects already.
and I'm going to be doing the thing that's any sensible person doing with the mace that is now shining. I'm going to try to attack it.
Give me a give me an attack roll.
Woohoo! Oh. Mouse was active.
Your hammer goes right through it. But as the lit hammer does go through it, it dissipates.
Woo! Yes. Maybe that's a success. Care what anyone says, I killed the shadow.
So, Azeroth, just a thought.
Hmm.
It came up. It tried to talk to you. Perhaps you should, as we move through the crowd, we would be better if we just simply pretended to join in with the festivities. Maybe we could make it through faster.
As logical as it is.
Okay, now that is the smartest thing I've heard all night.
As logical as
perhaps-
that may be, it is more fun to swing the hammer at them. I mean, you can see him just like mock swinging it.
I have an idea, Azeroth. In a moment, I will burst into dance. You must simply put your hands upon my shoulders and follow me.
Shrug.
3,
Okay.
2,
Conga!
1, we go! Conga!
I conga.
The crowd is starting to join in on your conga line.
Oh dear Lord, have mercy.
Which is making it so you can make...
I wonder if, my God.
You are able to make it through the crowd much faster now that most people are,
Joining you.
joining. Is those sound effects not working?
Uh-oh, I don't hear anything. Sound effect.
I just had the wrong one, actually.
Oh, okay. Anyways. Not very conga-like, but very much...
Doesn't work while another sound is playing.
Yes.
Oh.
So now it would work.
I'm just
I
biding my
want to
time.
see Azeroth
Everybody else.
shaking his hips to the conga.
Yep, he is shaking his his hips, and dancing along. You are able to make it up with Shenzi as you're moving.
denied me the death scene.
Huh?
I give you victory instead.
Balls.
You are able to make
Shenzi,
it up
I
to
have found
Shenzi
friends.
faster.
Woo! Yay. We made it.
So glad you could be here, Shakira.
Come join in. We can get to the center faster if we dance. Let's have a good time. Yeah.
I scooped Shinzi up and put her in front of me. you heard the feline dance.
What about her undead friends?
They'll follow
Right?
along. I can't grab everyone. You could grab them, Shinzi.
I was holding Zug Zug's hand.
Well, then obviously Zugzug got pulled in.
Alright, so Azeroth, you are behind Zugzug. Shenzi, you are in front of Zugzug and behind Cricket. Azeroth, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Zugzug, you remind me of my brother that last time he accidentally let one out.
Question: is that
And I-
a full orc or a half orc?
Half orc.
Half orc.
And I don't mean he farted. What was it in Constitution? Sorry. Save.
Yes.
Skeleton Give is not dancing, but he doesn't really have a brain to be brainwashed.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Oh my god.
It was-
Okay. Okay, if that's the song, then...
SMH. Straight thriller.
So now you're pulling Skeleton Gib in front of you then?
Yep.
Okay. So you're sandwiched between your undead friends. And Cricket, you feel very cold, bony fingers on your shoulders.
Shenzi, when we get done with this, perhaps you should start wearing some gloves, or maybe we could get you to eat some more, so you're not quite so thin and cold.
Actually, it just occurred to me, Shenzi still has a skeleton hand.
I do.
Yes, she does.
I do.
But
That's not me, Cricket. I've only got one skeleton hand.
I don't look back. We'll keep heading to the center of the party. He has no questions that he needs answered right now.
You make it to the center of town. A large plaza. It's lined with various little... It's, typical marketplace kind of plaza. With tents and whatnot set up. In the center, seated upon a large throne, is a giant anthro deer, gazing down on his dancing subjects with glee.
Oh my.
Gee.
Well, that was well timed.
That was perfect time. That was-
So you're the master.
Yes, I am the one who has been allowing you all to party for my amusement and celebration of my birthday. You know, I think I've had you at in one of my playgrounds before.
Playground.
I'm having horrible flashbacks to what can only be described as a past life. And thank you, Crystal, for following, by the way. I forgot where I was going.
Crystal.
That's why I kind of have stopped, unfortunately. As much as I love to thank people, at the same time it does interrupt.
Crystal, you're awesome.
I get down on one knee and I thank this strange dear god.
I mean, you've actually been in one of his playgrounds during last year's Black Friday.
that's right. That's where I got my mini. But did we ever meet
That's
him?
where I got my beep beep cheat.
Yeah, we met him in that dining hall before we fought over the prizes.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I wouldn't even. I would just run up to him and be like, "Zim, it's you."
Not sure he actually introduced himself.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, fine. Then a dramatic gasp and, "It's you!"
Yes, it is I.
Are we good?
Yes, it is I. It is my birthday, and I felt all should join in the festivities.
Well, I'll get my friend Gib here to play the xylophones for you.
You killed him. Good job.
You got him with a sans pun. You got him with a pun direct from Undertale. Good job.
You win something
Wait,
for that.
is that from... I've never played Under...
Oh, wow.
Oh wow. I need to change that.
Unintentional pun and bonus points.
Oh, I'm sure it was intentional punnage.
She's never played Undertale. She doesn't know about it. She didn't know about it.
It's a rather common pun.
Fair.
So, anyways, how are you reacting?
Wait, is he the guy we fought for the pieces?
No, you have
Well,
definitely
Gib
not
starts
fought
playing-
him.
Okay. Never mind. I'm thinking of the wizard. Never mind. Sorry.
Gib starts playing a lively, upbeat tune by banging on his rib cage in different, with different bones and different orders, and it's a nice little song.
It's a jaunty too.
It is. It makes you want to dance without being completely taken over by a shadow.
Dot, dot, dot.
Ah, that is pleasing, yes! And what about the rest of you?
Shinji, should we bring up that he's kind of killed half the town and that most people that are dancing right now are going to die at any moment?
I'm going to continue the conga line, and as we do one of our passes around the gentleman on the seat, of course I'll put my hands in the air and have everybody cheer in the conga line like a wave, and be like, "Oh, it's a happy birthday! Congratulations! You don't know people are starving to death in the streets over this. Yay!"
That's one way to do it.
Perhaps the festivities have been good enough. Yes, maybe that we can let people stop and rest finally. Yay! Another way.
It's not really a festival without a feast.
It's been 5 days of non-stop dancing too. I don't think you realize that mortals do need to stop and sleep.
Oh, pish posh! I'll deal with them, no worries.
Question.
By deal with them, do you mean they disappear? Yay! Or do you mean that that it is soon feast time and perhaps we can all have some very good food and rest and cheer your name?
I was not planning for them to be eaten.
No, I wasn't talking eating them. I was talking about serving them delicious foods. Yay!
No, they'll just come back to life.
Oh, okay. Well then. Well, that's otherworldly gods and stuff for you.
Do you mean life, as in they'll come back to life like they didn't miss anything, or do you mean like they're going to be like the Oregon skeleton friend? Yay!
I love how you're ending everything with "Yay!"
It's a party, right?
Yay!
Oh, they'll be fine. Everything will be good. Though I suppose it is time I moved on to another city.
Another tip.
What were you expecting?
Well, I was
Brom.
expecting raiding party, but close enough.
Well, before he leaves, I cast my dancing lights at his feet so that they can also dance for him to the tune of Skeleton Gibb.
The otherworldly being smiles appreciatively. He waves his hand, and Elysian, Brum, and Tato, as well as Jester, his boy, and his mare, are all here in front. Snatched from wherever
Brum
you may
is
have been.
now giving more detailed instructions to Tato. And we step 1, 2, 3, and a quarter turn. Hop over the imaginary drunken sailor body over there.
You're now in a very different place, and you're no longer compelled to dance.
I never said he was compelled.
Oh God.
Are you still compelled?
Nobody is.
No one is compelled any longer.
Yay! Oh hey, it's that guy from the dream that I had.
Yes, yes, feast your eyes upon my glory. And now I must
Thank
be
you
off.
for the blanket. Really came in handy.
Oh, that is good. That is very good.
Bye. Have a good
There's...
birthday. Also, happy birthday because I forgot to say that.
So wait, before you leave, how long do you normally celebrate your birthday for?
He is already gone.
God.
Off to another city. But it's a whole yearly thing. It goes the entire year long.
Good grief.
Everyone in the city
So-
is suddenly released from their dancing. And they kind of just stumble there looking about in pure confusion.
Wait, all year long, that means that he celebrates his birthday all year.
Yes.
So
Well,
it's
yes,
never-
all year does mean all year.
It means, I think what he's going to say is that he's trying to say that it's a never-ending party.
Yeah!
Nobody's trying to crap.
Anyways. Well,
Left behind him, a portal opens above you all, followed by obnoxious party horns, plentiful confetti, and some balloons that drift off into the sky, as well as 4 wrapped gifts drop in front of all of you.
Yay!
boop, 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 boop. Okay. Yay.
Yay,
Presents.
gifts.
Oh, these must be party favors, I
It's
assume.
his birthday. We should have gotten him a gift.
These are party
Wait,
favors,
are
not
these
gifts.
called GIFs?
Actually, among some societies, it is tradition. Birthday individual whose day of birth it is, to give gift to his invited guests.
Like party favors. It's party favors.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Often they are admittedly recycled from year to year, simply handed on to the next person on one's own birthday.
I wonder what we got.
I love Eisen's idea.
Well,
Oh, I've
Very
got
nice.
I've got Tato's new leg in mind.
okay.
It's
Well,
a nice long package.
should we bring these gifts into our house or I mean our cart mansion before we go?
Why
All
aren't
three
you
words
going to
technically
open them
apply.
right there?
Sure.
I am. I'm not waiting. I'm already digging into that.
I'm gonna open one too, I suppose.
Shenzi, give me a percentile roll, please.
Oh God. Fun.
All right. Give me a second. I'm also wrestling with a toddler over control of my mouse.
Suplex him! Suplex him!
So there's a total. So you said there's a total of 4 gifts.
That is correct.
All right, so that's okay. I'll let like I said, I'll let everybody. Crickets will let everybody else, by all means, have a chance at gifts.
Do you
Well,
want
there's
to?
only 4 of us here right now.
Yeah, there is only 4 of us.
No, everybody's
but
there.
I thought.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Well, let's go with the main 4 that were here.
Okay,
wait,
if
so
you're
that rolls
opening
a
a
tower?
gift, give me a percentile roll.
Does it have to be in the dice tower or no?
No, out in
No,
public.
just a percentile.
Okay. Go ahead, Cricket. Show it.
Cricket, please roll again.
Wait, and who is our 4th person?
4th person is yet to roll, whoever the 4th person will be. I
And
recommend our
again,
treasure
Cricket?
hunter.
Yeah, treasure hunter.
Okay.
Oh wow, Cricket again.
Percentile roll in the tower.
No tower. Regular.
Oh.
Please pay attention.
I am paying attention. Throwing open the gifts.
Alright, you don't need to roll.
Call...
Yeah,
I
don't need
didn't
to
say to
you just
call
roll.
anything. You weren't paying attention. It is very obvious.
Well, then I'll roll again.
No, we got all the rolls we need.
Oh, fine.
Assuming we
But
get an
why
Elysian
do-
roll.
Oh, that's why my scroll thing keeps messing up. It's not scrolling down properly.
Shenzi, you open yours to find items inside. Clearly labeled, all of them. Allow me to draw the card. This is from the influence that was given earlier.
Ooh.
Give me a D12 roll, please.
Okay. Hold on, Killian. No, I need that hand. Okay.
I miss Zale's morning D12 rolls. He hasn't been able to make them since he was ensconced in his current recovery unit.
I just miss Zale.
I don't like any of the options on this card. I'm going with a different one.
It is within your purview to do so.
I use GM privilege. Draw.
GM override.
To draw a new card.
Screw the rules. I have money.
Fuck it. We'll just go with
you know what card
better
I've
deck
drawn.
altogether.
Shenzi, do you know what card I've drawn from this deck?
Another blue eyes white dragon.
Well, what if we give you a hint?
No, it's Red Eyes Black Dragon.
It's over 9,000!
Too perfect.
Let's see what this good deck gives me.
The items sure don't seem to be very clearly labeled.
Shh.
No, they're clearly labeled, just not necessarily in a language you understand.
All right, here we go.
You.
There is glimmering. It's more of a chest that was wrapped in wrapping paper.
That's a hard
inside-
shape to wrap, I can attest.
In the chest, you find glimmering silver armor. Specifically, it is. Let me see.
Something that might require an Arcana check to identify.
Well, no, they're labeled. I'm just figuring
Right.
out details.
Everything. This guy really knows how to label his gifts. I like him.
You say this before you find out what your own gift is.
He labels everything. He can't be a
There's
mean
always
person.
a drawback.
It is a chain shirt armor. It is labeled, it has a little tag on it saying that it is adamantine chain shirt armor.
Cute.
A pendant of gold and jade,
Oh, darn it.
which is labeled as a necklace of adaptation. And a rune-etched battle axe. It is a
Well,
plus
that
one
axe is
battle
sexy.
axe.
Ooh, battle axe.
Which would go very well with Zugzug, since he doesn't actually have his axe right now.
Does that
Unless
point
somebody-
towards it and go, "Ugh, eh."
He does. His jaw also hangs loosely again, as he tries to speak.
I think we should get him a
Brum
change.
takes his staff and politely repositions it into the appropriate place.
Maybe we should get him a helmet with a chin strap.
Just give me some sutures, I'll stitch it back on.
I can provide the necessary materials for my healer's kit, yes. Do you mind still sinew as the thread? It's all I have.
Shinzi, I don't know how to tell you this, but I think your friend may be still dead.
Azeroth. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Cricket and Elysian also.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yes! Look at that! I can actually roll a 20 in my life.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, you auto-fail.
You too.
Elysian, you auto-fail because you're still paralyzed.
No, it should have worn off by now. It only lasts a minute.
It only lasts a minute, so yeah, it's
Me,
been
me,
worn
me,
off.
me, 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 me.
I was about to say that if you make me auto-fail that, because it should have gone now, and you let me speak...
Oh my goodness. Don't worry about it this fast.
Cricket, I still need a dexterity saving throw from you.
To see if the face hugger latches on to you or not.
Okay.
So roll well, friend.
It went well.
I like the idea of the face hugger.
Oh my god.
Luck?
Yeah, you could use lucky.
Oh!
I'll take that one.
Just because I say it's one doesn't mean it is, though.
Yeah, we don't know what it is.
I have a suspicion, but I'm not going to say it out loud unless I'm right.
Azeroth, your present explodes in your face.
Oh.
Luckily, you were able to get your shield up just in time to stop it from, hurting you. Your fancy shield is now tarnished by soot. Elysian.
It did good. It's just,
Oh.
it's a war scar for my shield. I'm proud.
Yours bites at you.
Oh, have you tried petting it along the
My
hinge?
present bites at me.
Oh yeah, the chest opens up and bites at you, but you jump back, tossing it off to the side as you do, and the mimic lands into one of the gutters and just kind of sloughs into the sewers beneath the city. That'll be something somebody will have to deal with someday.
At least this went better than the last time I actually encountered a real mimic.
I mean, the last time somebody encountered a mimic was Tato, and he got eaten by a toilet.
I don't talk about that anymore.
Excuse you, I have a miniature mimic right here.
Encountered a mimic. You are in possession of one.
Yeah, I mean a mimic that tried to kill me.
No, possession is not an encounter.
Yeah, possession.
The most recent encounter with a new mimic was, yes, the...
Toilet.
Yes. Of which the image yet haunts many minds.
So Cricket,
Yes.
your chest doesn't actually try to explode or attack you. Instead, inside you find a giant leech, which lunges for your face.
This is not a good present.
Wait, what's on his face? I'm sorry. God damn it. I got distracted. Oh god. Ew.
It
Did I
flies.
hit or did I dodge?
You duck down just in time, and it flies over your head.
So face hugger.
I will attempt. As it lands, I will attempt to squash it, even if it's
No.
on somebody's.
Don't. Oh god, no. You should have called our faithful four-legged one. He would have came and handled it.
I don't know.
He
you
would have
kind
come
of
and
mean.
Off your head now.
What have
he
you
would
done
have
for Justin lately?
taken
Honestly.
it and cooked it.
You know- Yeah.
Oh, that four-legged one. Yeah, I would not put it in his possession either.
True. Didn't we get sick off of those?
Yeah.
That was Tato's fault. And your fault for taking his hard-earned dinner and
Right.
using it for such a
was-
disgusting
It
reason.
was Brahms. That was Brahm, then not Tato. Brahm was the one that just grabbed it. And
It was
used
both
it.
of your fault.
No,
Yeah, don't
I
remember who
suggested
first
it.
Yeah, you suggested leeching. Brum carried through with it.
I suggested it. I didn't say steal the guy's breakfast.
Well, he conveniently came in with a basket full of leeches, which was just what we needed.
I've already learned it's better to.
But besides, he thought they were fine. They tasted great. I mean, they were well seasoned, a little slimy and slightly rubbery, but they were still delicious.
And everyone got sick.
Except for, Nim and Brum and Tato.
So I got sick along with the Furless.
So, Cricket, you are able to stomp on it. This leech, though, is about the size of your leg.
Keep
Well, then I may stomp on it twice. Ha ha!
Well, if it's leg sized, I mean, we do need a replacement.
Oh my god. Tato, how do you feel about a leech leg?
Oh god.
Bio-augmented appendage, thank you.
No. Don't say
Oh
it.
god. I mean, it could be useful if we could morph the leech, but we have to morph the leech for it to be useful.
It's morphin time.
I mean, at least it'd stay latched on. You wouldn't have to worry about it coming off. Is Tato even there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh. He didn't say
I
what
just
you
don't
thought.
really know what to say.
Oh. That is it for the presents. You are able to squish the leech, by the way.
I mean, it's a leech. What's it going to do? Squirm?
It might have been the friendliest leech if I let it attach itself, but I did not feel like taking the chance.
Okay, so who can wear this chainmail thing?
It's adamant, not mithril.
I can technically wear it, and so can in. Wait. No, I'm technically the one that can wear it, aren't I? No, I think it's Nim can.
Good, yes. But
Nim's a
it's
quadruped.
not, it's not magical, so it won't reshape to him.
So I guess I'm the only one that can wear it. Oh, joy.
If it were
Technically-
mithril, then Zale could, but not adamant.
Kato's wearing half plate.
Okay, then I will hand it to Azeroth after giving the axe to Zug. And what is a medallion of adaptation?
Memory serves it basically like, say you find yourself underwater.
Let me look it up.
Ow, 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 ow. Thanks, Basil.
The Necklace of Adaptation. While wearing this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment, and you have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors, such as cloud kill and stinking cloud effects, inhaled poisons, and the breath weapons of some dragons.
That sounds good, but does it stop my stink power?
Yes, it would. Well, it would provide a bonus against such.
So
I'm
wouldn't
gonna go ahead and just put the necklace on.
It does require attunement.
Meaning it will take you, 24 hours before its effects take hold.
I believe it's only 8 hours.
Okay.
The point is, you can't buddy breathe with it. Unless you can each hold your breath for 9 hours or so.
Sure, let me hold my breath for 9 hours. Give me a second.
Well, it'd only be like a DC 70-something Constitution save.
Sorry,
There are
yeah,
books
it's
with larger con
you
saves.
spend a short rest focused on only that item while being in physical contact with it.
Okay, that's not bad. So just
So-
wear it and sleep.
Yeah, an hour.
A nap. A short nap.
Alright, so let me set up the potty inventory with your treasures. Let's see. Items, there we go.
Of course, you've all realized since town effectively worships Ilmata, they probably approve of having suffered this extended trial.
Oh, it's already there. Perfect.
Well,
Adamantine chain shirt. And you've got a +1 battle axe. Let me put it into the forge. Alright. So, so the necklace is going to Shenzi, correct?
Sure.
Yes.
Yep. Shouldn't get the necklace and I get the armor, I assume. Shiny new armor.
The thing about adamantine is that it protects you from crits.
Cool.
Really? That's different.
Yeah, that's really its only effect, but basically when you're wearing something that's adamantine, you cannot be crit.
That's cool. I'll wear it proudly. It'll help me kill things. Or survive long enough to kill more things. Yes. I look forward to our next battle already.
Yeah, while you're wearing it, any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit. Who gets the battle axe?
Zug Zug.
Yeah, Zug Zug, our newest party member, Zug Zug.
We'll have to make him a character sheet for that.
Oh.
Also, it just occurred to me, Shenzi, you also have a specter. The old man from the
Yeah,
graveyard.
the one that hangs out in my coin.
Yeah. You've got 3 undead that follow you around now.
Oh, by the way. Wait,
Well, technically 3.5.
What do you mean
I'm sorry,
half?
should I add the edit?
Do you have Zale's eyeball?
I was referring to a certain serpentine creature, but
Oh yeah, the Hydra head.
How could you forget about paint chips?
I didn't, which is why I brought him up. I mean, he's either reincarnated or undead. I'm unclear as to which.
Although, really, quick question: should I put the adamantium in my own armor?
I'm
and
adding
equipment?
it onto your sheets now.
Mm.
Oh. It is very particular about capitalizations.
Yep.
Must capitalize
There.
appropriate letters.
I will leave the battle axe +1 in the party sheet for now until I make a sheet for Zug Zug.
Zug
Sweet.
zug.
I am unequipping my chainmail and leaving my adamantium chain shirt armor equipped. Oh,
Your the chain shirt is less armor than the
I see what you're.
yeah, it's less armor. The chain shirt is AC of 13. Your chain mail is an AC of 16.
So if I wear it together, I'll have an AC of 50.
No.
I'm joking.
The chain mail does not allow you to have any dexterity added to it. Chain shirt lets you have a maximum of 2.
I'll keep my chainmail on for the time being. We'll decide on whether or not what I do to the chart. Okay. No, so there we go.
So yeah, you'd have a lower AC, much lower, with the chain shirt.
I hear you. Okay, then. I'm not beefy enough to take those sort of hits yet, but I'll.
Actually, let me check what chain shirt is actually like in 5th edition.
Oh, anything else you
isn't.
guys want to do before we end the session?
Eat, drink.
Brum would like to acquire that. Since Tato never made a decision, go with the ebony. That's a decent chunk of it. He'll start whittling away.
Okay, thank you.
There were tables laden with food left behind everywhere. Everyone that did die of starvation is back to life again. And yeah, there's plenty of food to go around. Food, drink.
No. Ebony, as in ebonwood.
No.
He wants a leg-sized chunk of ebonwood.
Well, you didn't get that.
Well, you asked what else he wanted to do. I'll throw an investigation check to find the right chunk.
It'll be something we'll wait for next week to do.
Okay.
For now, though, they are eating, they are drinking, and they are possibly being merry. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening for the stream. I will be back in a few minutes with some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I hope you all join me for that. Saturday is my normal day off, so don't expect me then. I will be back on Sunday. I am thinking of doing a different game if I can get it set up. It will probably be Fire Emblem Awakening. I hope you all do come by for that. I have no other plans for my birthday, so I'm gonna stream.
Stream to your heart's content.
Yes. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for joining. Hit that follow button. Subscribe to the channel if you can. And I bid you all adieu.
Smash tournament.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.